Hi everyone, so today I'm going to make some little dangles embellishments with some buttons. I made this one earlier and it's got a little anchor on it. That's to go with the journal that I'm working on, and I just thought I would make a video of these. They're really fun to make and really simple. So I've got a selection of buttons here. I've gone with the neutral colours and jump rings. So let's make a start. So it doesn't matter if it's a 2-hold button or a 4-hold button. The only thing you need to make sure is that the gap from the hole to the edge of the button is going to fit into your jump ring. So for example, this button here won't be big enough, will be too big for the size jump rings that I have. I do have some more coming on order that are various sizes, so it'll have to be smaller buttons. So let's make a start. So open the jump ring. I use my little plier tools. Okay, so I've opened it up, and then if you can pick a button up, there we go. You thread it through one of the holes and close it back up, and I'm just going to grab my close-up work glasses because I cannot see if they're closed or not without. Bear with me a minute. Okay, and now everything becomes clear. Okay, so make sure that they are closed. Give a little pinch. Okay, so I tried doing them with 2 buttons on each jump ring, but unless they're really small, they're too tight and they just sit rigid or cross over each other, and it didn't look nice. So I put a jump ring between them. So here I'm going to go on the hole opposite the one I've just done. I get another jump ring. Open that one up, go on the opposite hole to the one you've just done. There we go. Sorry if I'm a bit croaky, I seem to have got my husband's cold coming on. Okay, so that there is how you make your start. Okay, so choose another button. We'll go with this little orangey coloured one. Do exactly the same. So open your jump ring. Put it onto your button. If you've got bigger jump rings, you can use all different sizes of buttons. Like I say, I've got some more coming because these are just the only ones I have, which limit you a little bit. So next jump ring. This time we're going to add the other button on as well. So I've gone in the hole opposite, and before I close it, I'm going to loop on one of the jump rings from the other button. Now close it and make sure it is closed, because otherwise they'll come apart. And a good little pinch, so they're touching. Okay, and that's the start of the link that you have. Okay, so I think we'll go with we'll put a black one on this time as well. You can do it as long or as short as you like. I kind of like the 5 buttons at this size. I think it's a nice length, so we'll go with that. It's fiddly, but I think they're so worth it. They look absolutely super, these do, when they're done. you can do them in all bright colours as well. I've got my button boxes. Yes, I've got green and blues, purple and pinks, and orange and yellows. I've got all sorts, loads of little boxes, but I just thought I'd show you with the neutrals because they go with the journal that I'm doing at the moment. Let's open this one up and thread the button on. And let's pop it onto that one. Close it back up again. You want to finish with a jump ring on either end. I'll show you why. Okay, now let's do lift that one off. Let's try. We'll give it a try. I tried some of these this morning and I was getting so frustrated because the buttons were just too big, and there were some really nice ones. I've got a box of vintage buttons as well that were, I think, my mum's. She's got another big box for me that she's found, which I'm waiting to pick up when we can go and visit. And she also has been asking her friends. So I'm really excited about what I will be getting. There's buttons and laces and fabrics and all sorts, which is all stuff that they've kept over the years that have been passed down the generations, and I think they are the best sources of supplies. I love all the old proper vintage stuff. My mum never used to throw anything away. She's got cards, silk cards. My dad always bought her a silk card for birthdays, anniversaries. They're in their late 80s now, and she's kept every single one in the boxes. So they are absolutely super. Okay, and now we're going to pop that one. Should we put it on the black end or white? On the black end with that one. I closed that, you see, before I put it on. Okay. Let's pop this one on. Pop your jump ring onto that one. Close it back up again. Okay, so that's 4. Let's see if we can. Dark brown one. Let's try that. I'm not sure if it'll be too big. We'll give it a try and see. Let's. Fingers crossed it's a pretty one. That's okay. That works. That's good. Okay, so this is our last button. Okay. Do it again. Close it before putting it on. Okay, so that's the buttons done. So I attach these onto a bulb pin. Take my glasses off now because I can't see them to do anything else. Let's grab a bulb pin. So if I was just going to do this as it is, I would just hang here. I could either put a little bead on it or a little dangly embellishment. However, I'm going to do this one first with the bits of fabric and lace. So I've cut up here. This is an old lacy top that I bought at the charity shop, and I coffee dyed the whole thing. This is just some bed sheet. I bought cheap bed sheets I've dyed the whole thing, coffee dyed it. And then I have various bits of lace that I've also coffee dyed. I just love that look. So first of all, I will put on the bit of lace top, thread that onto the pin because I want that at the back. Then I think I will add a piece of fabric, but what I'm going to do is I'll show you. I did this with the other excuse me. I've got vintage photo and a little flower stamp, shell on there as well. So I'm just going to stamp the fabric. You could use black as well. I just think this goes with the buttons that we've used. You can use any little stamp. I just like the little flowers. I just think that's really sweet. Okay, just pop four little stamps on there. Pop that out of the way. So, a ball pin. Thread our piece of fabric on there now. Okay, and a little piece of, with a little wide piece of lace. Pop that on there as well, and then I'm going to put the buttons on and dangle those. Do pin up. So that there is our. So on the end you could put anything. I'm just going to have a quick look and see what I've got in my broken jewellery box. Let's have a look. See if I can find something in there that would be good to have at the end of there. I've got a couple of bags that I haven't sorted through yet. These are from the charity shops. Let's have a little look what we've got. There we go. There's a little cluster on there, which I think is lovely. That will do really nicely. See, they're all tangled up. I think a lot of the time it's because they can't be bothered or don't want to. Oh, that's quite really nice as well, actually. I'm going to use that one. To have to sort it out, so to make life a little easier on themselves. It's got to. Okay, let me just get my. I can't get to it because my camera's in the way. Oh, the pearls, that's a nice one as well. This is the trouble, you see. There's too many nice things. Let's see if I can manage to get this off with the tools that I've got. So we just pull that open. There we go. Oh, that's a fabric one, look. Oh, too many nice things. I should just have to make some more. That's it. I like to make a few at a time, and then when you're making a journal, you've got them at hand. So we've got that one. Really liking this one, but I'm not sure if it's going to be too big. There's this one. Just take the rings off those. There's that one. My goodness, these are so pretty. They're really vintagey looking. Let's have a look and we'll make a decision then which one to use. That's that one. I get so excited when I go and I find these bags of broken jewellery. You can buy them from eBay as well. They sell them by weight, but they can be quite expensive. You never know what you're going to get. Most of them put photos on, but they do put a lot of rubbish in there, like old watches and bangles to make the weight up. I've had one or two good ones, but I've had some really rubbishy stuff as well. That's no good. I mean, I do throw away anything that's no good. I'm not going to keep hold of stuff that's that's useless. To just be, oh, sounds bad, but just be a little bit picky with what you buy, especially if you're buying it on eBay. Make sure there's plenty of photos. I am more fussy if I'm looking on there. Also, I mean, if they don't do the bags of broken jewellery, just the cheap, you know, they often have the necklaces and everything on there. And if you find a really nice one that's got plenty on it, beads and what have you, then you can pick them up for a couple of pounds. And to me, it's money really well spent, that is. Okay, I think I've taken enough of that. Oh, you see, there's another one there. Look. Oh my goodness, they're a bit bigger though. Okay, stop there, Sarah. This is what happens. I start getting excited with the broken jewellery. So, on this one, let's have a look which would look good. Oh, that's quite pretty. I think I'd probably use darker coloured, more darker coloured. Maybe some pinks with that one. Oh dear. I just can't decide. Right, I'm going to go with the first one, I think this one. Okay. So this hasn't got a loop on it, so it can go anywhere. We've got our jump ring on the bottom of our button still, so we just need to get the right tool. Open that up again. Glasses back on. Okay. Let's open that up. And make sure you put it on the right way. So that's the back, that's the front. It wants to go that way. I guarantee it'll be wrong. Let's just hook that on there like so. Close it up. It's level. Is that going to sit on there or is it going to infringe? Nope. We're good. What did they say? It'd be the wrong way round. There. Okay. And that there is our finished dangle. And that could go on your book pages. It could go on a tag. And that is going to have to be turned around because that is going to annoy me, I think. No, we're good. Okay, so that's another one. I'll do one more. Let's just take the glasses off. I think this time I'm going to use all darker buttons. So let's give this one a go. You could do a mixture of buttons and beads. I might try that next time. Is this going to be too chunky? We're good. We're on. Okay. So let's close that one up. I love the results you get with these. I just think they're so pretty. You could use bright coloured pieces of fabric as well. With your brighter buttons, you haven't got to. Is that two buttons put together? Not sure. It is. Ideal. Yeah, you could use bright coloured fabrics and bright buttons. All depending on what you're using it for. That'd look really nice actually with the bright ones. Gosh, I picked an awkward. It's got a really thick edge on it, this big button. I'll tell you what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do it how I did it the first time, and that's just not. That's why it won't go on. I need to put a jump ring on it. Silly. There we go. Yeah, that's what I tried doing before, so adding each one onto the next, but it was just too tight. That's exactly what I was doing then. Okay, so now that one threads into the jump ring. There we go, Sarah. Now you know what you're doing. Here we go. Okay, let's get another jump ring and see what we can find. Okay, so it's not a dark one, but it's different. It's got a little clear section going through. That's quite cute. That's that one, and let's do another. What have we got? Black ones are all a little bit plain. Nothing's jumping out at me, so I think we will go with a brown. What's that one like? Don't like that one. Is that going to be too chunky? More than likely. It's very wide. Look, give it a try. Doesn't like the chunky buttons at all. It's adjuster. Okay, let's use second tool. I think I'm asking too much of it. Oh, no. Well, it's on, but it's got no give in it. So we'll leave that one. Not happy with that one at all. Let's try a sensible sized one. Okay, well, let's have a look. What have we got? Plain big black. Got this one, clear one. That's, got this. Let's do that. Then I need one more. I'll go with one more black, I think. A wooden one. It's a matte one. We'll go with that. Okay. So let's put that on there. I know they're the ones I'm using now. Let's put another jump ring on the other end of there. Oh, it's fiddly. Okay, got it. It's that one. That's this one. Make sure they're in opposites, otherwise it just won't sit straight. There we go. Oh, on a roll now. On a roll. I've got two blacks together there, so I'm going to put I think I'll put a clear one on there. Let's put the clear one there. Just open that up a little. Put the clear one on. Close you back up. There we go. And then we'll put on the matte black. Open it up. Pop that on there. Close you back up. That's right. Lovely. And then, which end should we go? Let's put it on. I think we'll put it on the top end. Yeah, let's put it on the top end. On that little one. Open it up. Pop a little. God, these little ones are so fiddly. There, we got it. Pop that one. And then close it up. I've just noticed the one next to it isn't particularly closed all that well. There, got a gap. If you've got a gap, you can end up losing it. Excuse me. Okay, so that's our little buttons. So which way are we going to go with it? Let's go that way, I think. And I'm going to do the pearl off that one. I like the pearls. So let's open up this bottom one. I've got more room on this bottom one as well to hang that from. Thread that onto it. And then let's close that back up. Okay. Now you could just leave that like it is, pop it onto a ball pin. I'll just see if I've got one handy. Probably haven't. I'm just going to take it off this one a moment. I can't get into the drawer where they are. Okay. So that there is one without the fabrics and the laces. That's quite sweet as it is. Or we can add a little bit of some of the lace. What's the thinner pieces? There we go. Also, I've got these little tags. I think I might add one of those on actually. So if I put that through there, loop that onto it. She says. Like so. And then pop our beads on. Our beads are and again I've just noticed that that top ring is not quite closed. Make sure that your jump rings are closed properly because that will just drop off that pin, that gap. Make sure they're pushed right together. It's worth spending the time just making sure that they're closed properly because you don't want them falling apart. It's just not what anybody needs. On that I would I've got the little tag on there. Could do a little stamp on that, or you could write a little word on there. Is that going to be too big? It is. Let's see if I've got a smaller stamp. I can just pop on there. Or you could do just a little bit of old text. My stamp here with old text on it. So it's the tiniest area doing. Writing's probably too big for this, but we'll give it a go. I've got some bit of text there, look. Dop that on there. Get your little okay. Not the best look, but and that is another one completed. I absolutely adore making these. They're super just to grab and hang off your journal, little cards onto a little booklet, anything really. You could also make a bookmark and hang them at the top, pin them onto the top of the bookmark. That would be really nice because that would just hang over the page. So I may add some of those onto bookmarks at a later date. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's been helpful. If you have, then please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, that'd be super, and hope to see you again soon. Bye.